Happy Friday, Heat fans. Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nick Roloff. We are live on a Friday night for some Heat basketball here. We got a Grizzlies Heat matchup. Miami on the road in Memphis looking to pick up their first win of the year. Grizzlies won in their opener. They beat the New Orleans Pelicans. Miami obviously lost the heartbreaker to the Orlando Magic on Wednesday night, a game they could and I think should have won. We'll see if Miami's able to get a win. Their name has been in the media over the last 48 hours. Obviously, the Terry Rozier arrest, as well as the Chauncey Billups arrest. We won't talk much about that today. We'll focus in on Heat basketball for the most part. But man, oh man, hopefully the Heat can get a win today. That is the goal. If they can't, the Heat go 0-2 and then a game against the Knicks this upcoming Sunday afternoon. Could get a bit dicey, but hopefully everybody's having a good Friday and is ready to hang out here at the Heat Report. Shout out your city for me down in the comment section. Where are the real ones watching from? And then we'll get into our pregame show. Tip-off is in about 15, 10, 25 minutes, 8:12 Eastern time. We got Simply in Nashville, Nicholas in Sydney, Australia, Miami for Tyson, Larry in Sacramento, Slaying Cat in Boca Raton, Tamia in Miami. What's up, Viper? Good to see you. Lockport for Viper. Is that a change up? Is that a change up in the name? No more hot dog from Viper? Is that it? We changed that? We got David Taylor in Denver, Colorado. Ja Morant is playing today. He was questionable with an ankle soreness. We have some injury news on both sides. Herro, Jakucionis, and Rozier out for Miami. For the Grizzlies, they have Ja Morant, but they are missing Ty Jerome, their sixth man they signed in the offseason. They're missing Zach Edey. They're missing a couple key players. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was questionable. I believe he is playing for Memphis. So starting lineup for the Grizzlies, I believe, will be Jock Landale, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jaylen Wells, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Ja Morant. Miami is making a switch to their starting lineup. One game, one lineup switch already. Miami starting Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware. Ware, after only playing 14 minutes on the opener on Wednesday, starting in the place of Nikola Jovic. Jovic will be that sixth man off of the bench alongside Simone Fontecchio and Jaime Jaquez Jr. So interesting to see Eric Spoelstra switch it up already, going from Jovic in the starting five to Kel'el Ware. We'll see how it pays off for him. I think maybe he just wanted more size in that starting lineup, having Ware guard Landale and then having Bam match Jaren Jackson Jr., a player that he has had success against in the past. More coming up here in our pregame show, but let's tell you about the presenting sponsor on today's live show. Today's Miami Heat stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day. The right decision on PrizePicks can get you paid where it's good to be right. It's so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least two player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more than on Bam Adebayo points, 3-pointers, assists? Well, now you can, only on PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. You can do flex play, you can do power play to give you more safety, but also maybe go for the biggest payout. I have an entry for today's game, as I always do, and I'm taking advantage of that stack feature. More than 1.5 blocks and steals for Bam Adebayo, and more than 18.5 points. Also going less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. Bam always dominates JJJ on the Grizzlies, and I expect that to happen once again. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. You saw my picks for tonight's game. I'm excited to see how those ultimately play out. Who you got? Miami or Memphis as we get closer and closer to tip-off here. 84% of the live chat typing those MIAs. I actually do think the Heat win today. I do. I thought they were to beat the Magic. They didn't win that game. It was a close one. I think Memphis, missing some key players, Edey, Ty Jerome, Brandon Clark. I think it is a game where Miami should win. Like, if you go up and down the starting lineup, let's just call a spade, and go position by position. Ja Morant or Davion Mitchell. All right, Ja Morant wins in a big way. Norman Powell or Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Norman Powell is much better, I'd say, in a big way. Andrew Wiggins or Jaylen Wells. Andrew Wiggins is significantly better than Jaylen Wells. Bam is better than Jaren Jackson Jr., and Kel'el Ware is better than Jock Landale. And then you look at the benches, and without Ty Jerome, no Brandon Clark, no Zach Edey, yeah, I'd take Jovic, Jaquez, and Fontecchio over what the top three players off the bench are for Memphis. Like, I gotta be honest, I think Miami is a better team than the Memphis Grizzlies. So I think the Heat win today. I'm actually shocked they're 3.5-point underdogs. I'm actually shocked. I think the Heat are a better team. They've got the better coach, too. Hopefully, no small ball lineup late in the game. Spo hopefully learned from his mistake on Wednesday night. I feel good about a win. Ches Green saying Miami. Simply saying Miami. Brian McKenna typing those fireball emojis. Dominic rocking with the Heat as well. Continue to get your votes in on who you got today as we get closer and closer to this game starting. We got to go live to get the vibes flow in before the game. But, man, I always am, like, so tired and exhausted. I just want the game to start whenever we go live. But shout out to Simply Archives getting the super chat started today. What's up, Simply? Saying, we got to be first again. Go Heat. That is back-to-back streams for Simply being the first super chatter. That's legendary stuff from you, Simply Archive. Appreciate you. It's a perfect time for me to tell people about our super chat menu here on the channel. We're going to rock with the same super chat menu we had on the opener. $5 gets you a raffle ticket for our October and November month-long raffle. Winner of the raffle gets this Heat Report Hall of Fame basketball. This was our Hall of Fame ball where we put all the Hall of Famers right here throughout last season. We're going to raffle that off through the first month of the season. And $10, I'll do 10 push-ups. $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame this year. That new board for this season should be arriving early next week. Hopefully it's here for our next stream, which is Tuesday against the Charlotte Hornets. No stream on Sunday against the Knicks because I got other obligations here at Chat Sports to cover the Dolphins, who obviously also play on Sunday. So for the fall and early winter, so basically until mid to late January, we won't be able to do any streams on the weekends. But we'll try to do every single stream Tuesday through Friday. Can't guarantee Mondays either. Not going to be live next Thursday because, unfortunately, the Dolphins play on Thursday as well as the Heat. So Thursday, no live show. So let's just enjoy tonight's live stream and Tuesday's live show against the Charlotte Hornets. But that's today's raffle or super chat menu. Any donations appreciated. Appreciate Simply Archive for getting us started on today's show. What's the confidence level for the Heat fans in getting a win today? Confidence level, scale of 1 to 10. I'm going 7-2. I feel good about a win. I think Miami will be 1-1 after the day. Miami looked extremely good offensively on Monday or Wednesday, and that was against a good defensive team, or at least we project that to be a good defensive team. The Grizzlies aren't as good as the Magic, in my opinion. I don't think that is breaking news by any stretch. So if the Heat are able to just play to that level that they played on Wednesday night, they should be able to escape Memphis 1-1 and head back home for a 2-game trip where they have their home opener on Sunday against the Knicks, and then they play the Hornets on Tuesday at home as well before going on a West Coast trip where they play the Spurs, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets, and do they play the Warriors on that trip? I know they play 5 games on the road on the West Coast trip. It's San Antonio, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets. Who's the 5th, though? Does anyone know the 5th? If y'all do, let me know. I'm spacing on the 5th road trip game. Oh, Portland, I think. We play Portland twice in the first, 10 games of the year, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that. We do play Portland early in the season, though. That might be at home. Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't like it. Let me look at the schedule. Oh, that's what I was getting wrong. It's only 5 games on the road. I thought it was 6. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was 5. It's 4. San Antonio, Los Angeles, Clippers, Lakers, and then Denver. And then they return home for 4 straight home games. Hornets, Blazers, Cavs. And then we play the Knicks. So we play the Knicks 3 times in the first month of the year. That's weird. That's crazy. All right, let's give some shout-outs here. We got Simply Archive saying 7.5. Jacob saying 4. Nicholas 7. PL 9. McKenna 8. Allen 2. 6.8 from the Slaying Cat. Frankie saying 8. Garrick 6. Keith 8. Jordan 9. So good confidence. I like the confidence here that we have in the chat today. I love the confidence. I love it. If you're ready for the game, hit that thumbs up icon. We got 115 people watching. Only 22 likes. That's unacceptable. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 50 likes ASAP. If we get to 100 likes before the game tips off around 8:12 Eastern time, I'll take a shot of tequila in the house. I'll always make that deal. 100 likes before the game tips off. We're taking a shot in the house. But let's get to 50 likes right now. We're 27 away. 27 away. What's up, Maddie? Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 50 likes. Come on, we're at 27. Hit that thumbs up icon. Oh, it's cold in my studio. I'm freezing. I'm rolling the sleeves down, man. I'm cold. I like this heat culture hoodie, but it is baggy on me. Look how baggy this is. It's not even like a big. Like I wear an XL. I'm like 6'2", 180, and it's just baggy. It's an oversized hoodie, but it's a little too oversized sometimes. Look at this. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Zeke says AJ Storr from Ole Miss to Miami. I'm good on AJ Storr. Listen, I'm a big college basketball guy. I actually like college basketball more than the NBA. College basketball is my favorite sport. Fun fact. AJ Storr is not a guy that you want on your team. He is selfish. He only cares about himself and money, unfortunately. Now, I know you can ask, do you know that personally? No, but when you look at the facts, started at St. John's, transfers to Wisconsin, could have went to the league, takes $1 million, goes to Kansas, doesn't really play, and then now transfers to Ole Miss. So it's like, what are we doing here? I'm out on AJ Storr. Do we have a backup center? Not really. They're just going to stagger Bam and Ware probably. They're starting the 2 of them tonight, obviously. But then Jovic, first man off the bench at that front court spot, probably will come in for Bam or Ware after 4 or 5 minutes. And then they'll just stagger the 2 the rest of the way. And then we'll see if they close with what's it called as well. We'll see. What's up? Oh, you know what? I'm getting confused. You know what it is? And this is what's throwing me for a loop. So Monty 2K's in the building. But for whatever reason, my YouTube stream, because our studio software is not showing your nicknames. It's showing your usernames. So Monty 2K always shows up as Monty 2K. Now it says King of Leo. So no longer nickname. It's your username that I'll be seeing in the chat. So if I'm calling you a different name than I usually do, blame it on YouTube Studio showing me your username rather than the name that you type in. So blame them. Frankie says they better close tonight with Bam and Ware. But Frankie, what if Jovic has got 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists? Then you got to close with him. The point I'm trying to make here is I don't think it matters who starts for the Heat. It's just all about finding the right configuration in the final 5 minutes of the game. Who is playing in the final 5 minutes? And against the Magic, a team that has a lot of size with Wendell Carter Jr., Banchero, and Wagner in their front court, Miami should have went with size. They went small. They had Jaquez, Powell, Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell alongside Bam. Bam is 6'9". The other 4 players I just mentioned are all 6'6" or below. You just can't have that small of a lineup against the big lineup like the Magic. Now, if you're playing the Grizzlies and you're playing a team and they close with, I'm spacing on who else they have off the bench, but say they get KCP, Jaylen Wells, another forward, and then Jaren Jackson Jr. Well, that's a small lineup for Memphis. So then you respond with a lineup a little bit smaller with like Bam, Jovic, and then the other 3. Like, it'll just be interesting. Oh, you know who's going to kill us today? Santi Aldama. That guy loves fucking us, dude. Guy loves it. Greg says Jovic is a low IQ player. What are we doing? That just couldn't be more opposite. Did Jovic struggle in the opener? Couple turnovers, 3 to be exact. Yeah. Low IQ. That's like maybe the strength of Nikola Jovic is his basketball intelligence. He's such a smart player. He just got a little bit rushed. He was flustered, I think, on Wednesday night. I don't think he's low IQ at all. Yeah, he's not low IQ. Continue with that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 50 likes. We're 18 away. Hit that thumbs up icon. What's your biggest key to victory today? I think this is another good talking point here. The biggest key to victory in this one. I'm going contain the dribble. Contain the dribble. You can't get beat off the dribble. The Grizzlies do have some good shooters. We know Ja Morant, one of the most explosive guards and athletes in the entire association. If you get beat off the dribble by Ja, he'll get easy floaters into the rim, draw fouls, and then collapse the defense and kick out for threes. You can't have that. So you can't have that whatsoever. You got to contain the dribble. Don't let Ja get downhill. That's an issue. So Davion Mitchell, certainly the man who's going to be tasked with guarding Ja Morant, he's going to have his A game today defensively. Call him off night for a reason. You're going to have to showcase why you're one of the better defenders in the NBA, my friend. You're going to have to do it. I see someone saying the second unit plays well. Ware plays like he's 7 foot. Not getting out coached. I don't know what the obsession is with AJ Store in the chat, but I'm good, man. I'm good on AJ Store. I actually forgot Jaren Jackson Jr. changed his jersey number. He wears 8 now instead of 13. Why? I don't know. But he does. Kasparas, he's still out with a groin injury. He's still out with a groin injury. This is a must-win. I don't know. It's hard to call the second game of the year a must-win. I think it's a game that the Heat should win. Listen, I said in the first 10 games of the year, 5-5 should be the goal. I mean, no Tyler Herro for the first probable month of the year until like the 17th or 19th of November. Can you just survive the first bunch of the season going 500? That should be the goal. Like at this point, if you're able to win this game, you're 1-1. You split, hopefully, the Knicks and Hornets game at home, so you're 2-2. I hope you split the Spurs and Lakers game. I think that's very possible to split those games. That's 3-3. I think you probably lose to the Clippers and Nuggets on the road, so that's 3-5. And then can you return home to beat the Hornets and Blazers to go back to 5-5? And then that's how you get to that 5-5 stretch. Split the Magic and Memphis games, so win tonight, 1-1. Split the Knicks and Hornets at worst, 2-2. Split the Spurs and Lakers, 3-3. And then can you go 2-2 in the Clippers, Nuggets, Hornets, Trailblazers? And then you have a gauntlet of 5 games where you play the Cavs twice, Knicks twice, and Warriors once. 4 of those 5 games were at home, but that's 5 really good, tough games. So just got to survive the first 10 games here. Got to survive. Got to get to 5-5, man. Got to get to 5-5. All right, we're about 6 minutes away from getting this game underway. Just doing some graphics check here. We have a new graphic system, which I think should be cool. Now I'm puzzled. Is there a different one? What do you say? I'm just going to do some behind the scenes stuff here. Just looking at some new graphic things we have. Maybe those will pop up later. Oh, they will, I think. So never mind. Sorry, I'm just doing some mental gymnastics. Because you saw, if you were with us on our opening stream on Wednesday night, we have a new system where we can have more up-to-date live graphics for you guys to show during timeouts and stuff like that. Really, really cool. So just making sure those are all ready to go. If you haven't seen already, our Super Chat menu for tonight's stream, I don't know why that sounded Australian. $5 gets you a raffle ticket for our month-long Heat Report Hall of Fame basketball raffle. This was our ball last season. We're going to raffle it off at the end of November. $5 gets you a ticket. $10, I'll rip off 10 push-ups. $20 gets you into the new Heat Report Hall of Fame, and I take some shots to celebrate. And if someone sends a $50 Super Chat, we will do a beer bong and get you into the Hall of Fame as well. We're inching closer and closer to tip-off here. 172 people watching. Appreciate everybody joining us here as we are close to getting underway. If you want the Heat to win tonight, like the video. No reason. Don't jinx it. Want the Heat to beat the Grizzlies? Hit that thumbs up icon. No reason to jinx it. Want the Heat to win? Hit that thumbs up icon. Four likes away from 50. If we get to 100 before the game starts, I'm doing a shot of tequila on the house. Oh, Maddie says, can we have the player stats as it's happening? Not right now. We're working on that. We have those new graphics that we're using, like we told you about. If we get those back and running again, we'll let you know. But right now, we're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have those. Because we got this, we have like a new system to where we have the stats update live for us. It's really cool if you saw it on Wednesday. And those just aren't compatible right now with what we did last season. So we're working on it. We'll see what happens. Those might make a return, might not. Yes, you are, my friend. You're in the Hall of Fame. Now, I'm getting thrown off. Like I said, YouTube is messing with my brain right now. Usually when I have my YouTube studio pulled up, I'm seeing the live chat. I'm seeing, like, everybody's names. But right now, for whatever reason, I'm seeing the usernames rather than names. So I, like, remember who this was, but I can't remember what your actual name was because it's showing your username. Can't Take the Heat, which is a great name, 0613, but, like, that wasn't your name. I forget what it was. I think it was Ron Double R, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to you. Heat rocking their white unis today. They wore their black unis in the opener. They're wearing their all-white unis today. I think Memphis is wearing like throwback black unis. They wore those in their opener. They might be wearing their powder blue unis as well, but Miami's rocking the white ones. That's for sure. Ooh, fun trivia. Norman Powell in his Heat debut scored 28 points. That is the second most points by a Heat player in their team debut. Who is number one? Who is number one in terms of points in their Miami Heat debut? Who is it? That's a fun trivia question. Tyson says LeBron. That would be the correct answer. Simple, easy answer, but also the right one. All right, here we go. We're about to get set in Memphis. Tip won by the Grizzlies. So they start with the ball here, 0-0. They're wearing their navy blue unis, actually. Heat wearing their whites. Ja Morant has it, driving baseline, running floater. And we're going to have a goaltending call on Kel'el Ware. I don't hate that. Send a message, Kel'el. Send a message. Ain't going to be an issue with me. I like he's getting his presence known early in this one. 2-0. Memphis leads here early. Davion Mitchell gets it to Powell, who's guarded by Jock Landale. Powell drives, pump fake, up and under, lefty layup, no good. And the rebound falls down to Ja Morant. He gets downhill, goes inside, and is fouled. So Ja Morant making things happen early. 2 points, and then just forced Ware to foul him, and Ja's going to get 2 free throws. In the opener, I said, what was our key? Can't let Ja Morant get downhill and get 2 feet in the paint. Can't let them get inside our painted area too easy. Ja makes the first free throw to make it 3-0. And Ja will make the pair, and it's 4-zip early in Memphis. Jaylen Wells guarding Davion Mitchell. That's interesting. Ja Morant's guarding Wiggins. You got to get Wiggins the ball here. Mitchell drives, kicks, bam, corner 3. Good! Bam Adebayo with the quarter triple. He had a 3 in the first half last game, and now he does it again here early. Ja driving, step back, 15-foot baseline jumper, no good, and Ware grabs the rebound. Heat running in transition. Adebayo driving on Jaren Jackson Jr. Turns around, 8-foot jumper, bottom! 5-4, Heat lead, 5 straight for Adebayo. Bam always takes these matchups personal against Jaren Jackson Jr. KCP driving inside, kicking to the corner. Jaren Jackson drives on Bam, running floater goes there, and the Memphis Grizzlies jump back in front by a point. 18 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. on Wednesday. Bam driving on Jaren, misses the running shot. Offensive rebound, Wiggins, up and under. Foul, I think, on Jaren Jackson Jr. That will be his first. He was in foul trouble quite a bit against the Pelicans. Wiggins taking advantage there inside, guarded by Ja Morant. I'll tell you what, if the Grizzlies are going to guard Wiggins with Ja here early, then you got to punish them. Post up Andrew Wiggins. Foul is going to be on Ja Morant, not Jaren Jackson Jr. Wiggins misses the first free throw. Wiggins can tie this game up at 6 with his second free throw. He had 18 points in the opener on Wednesday. Wiggins misses both free throws. Can't happen, dude. That's, like, I swear, I said that on Wednesday. I think Wiggins is the worst free throw shooter I've ever seen. Like, I don't care. I know the stats say he's like a 75% free throw shooter. I don't believe it. I think he shoots 30%. I don't ever see him make them. Pick and roll, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant, and JJJ hits the little teardropper. Heat up and running quickly. Ware to the rim. Oh, contorts his body. And one. Kel'el Ware. Out of the make. Davion Mitchell pushing the pace. Found Ware rolling to the rim. And was able to use his long arms to draw the foul and finish over Jock Landale. Impressive finish there by the second-year center out of Indiana. Chance to tie the game up at 8 and convert the three-point play. No. So the Heat are 0 for 3 from the foul line early. That shit just pissed. What do I always say if you've been with the channel? Free throws, turnovers. Drive me up a fucking wall. Morant, pick and roll. Illegal screen. Landale going the other way. Turnover for Miami. 200-plus people watching. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. We passed 25K subscribers on Wednesday night. On the road, 26K. Quick substitution for Memphis with Landale in foul trouble. Santi Aldama will check in. He is a heat killer, man. I swear he always hoops against Miami. They post up Wiggins on Ja Morant. He's doubled. Wiggins kicks to the corner. Swung to Mitchell. One more to Powell. Powell gets inside. Running layup. No good, but Ware is there for the follow. Put back slam. Kel'el Ware with 4 points, He's got 9. Puts up Miami 9-8. Morant running floater, good. And Memphis back in front. The big man duo has led the Heat in scoring. Heat quickly the other way. Adebayo 3. Bottoms again! Adebayo with 8 points, and he's 2-2 from beyond the arc. Morant quickly trying to answer. Floater, no. Offensive rebound, Aldama, and he puts it back up. There's the issues with Ware, man. Gotta rebound defensively, dude. Tied at 12. Wiggins driving on Ja. Backing in, spinning. Right hook shot, no. And a late whistle comes in. Foul on Memphis. 2 free throws coming for the Heat. Heat 5 of 8 from the field. Memphis is 5 of 7. The Heat are 0 for 3 from the foul line, though. What's up, Apachito? Like, I love Kel'el Ware, but the issues that we see on a night-to-night basis, they just aren't going away. He's not that good of a defensive rebounder. He loses his man. He doesn't box out. Wiggins misses another free throw. What are we fucking doing here? The Heat are 0 for 4 from the foul line. I'm about to crash out. It's the first quarter. I can't stand missed free throws. The Heat are 0 for 4. What are we doing? Fucking getting paid $30 million to miss free throws. Finally, a made free throw. Heat go up by 1. Ja Morant over to Jaylen Wells, second-year man out of Washington State. Can't make the three-pointer. And the ball goes out of bounds, so Heat get a stop there. Mitchell had 12 assists in the opener to only 1 turnover. Driving on Jaylen Wells, bumps him, floater, good, but they're going to call Davion Mitchell for a offensive push-off. Didn't need to do it, honestly. Had a step, gave him a little shoulder bump. They say he extended his arm. Yeah, I'd say that's an offensive foul. That's an extension. Ja right side of the floor over to Aldama. Aldama almost throws it away, but Cedric Coward there, the rookie, turns around and knocks it home. Cedric Coward, a guy I really liked. Grizzlies took him in the lottery, and boy, was that a good pick. Bam driving, wanted a foul, gets the call, late whistle, but it finally came. PJ Hall, former Tiger, picks up the foul. That should be a matchup that Miami exploits if he's going to defend Adebayo. If you were with us for our draft coverage, Cedric Coward is a name I really like for Miami at 20. He rose up the ranks early and late in the process and was picked inside the top 14 by the Grizzlies. Had a really good debut and had a good little bucket there. Adebayo makes the free throw, so he's cooking early in this one. He had 15 points in the opener, but he's got 9, chance to be 10 if he makes another free throw here. He does. So Adebayo with 10 of the first 15 points for the Heat. Ja Morant probing, lobbing, stolen by Wiggins. He'd have numbers. Mitchell to Bam. Adebayo fouled from behind by PJ Hall. So we're going to have 2 free throws again for Bam, looking to get more on the stat sheet, in the Heat really getting to the charity stripe early here. Just need to start making their free throws. Man, I wish Bam went 2 hands on that dunk. He goes up with 2 hands. He might finish through the contact. Bam makes the first free throw. He's now got 11, 16-14. Bam makes the pair. So Heat leads 17-14. Adebayo's got 12 points in the first half of this first quarter. How about that, baby? That's what I love to see. Ja Morant isolated, driving on Powell. Good defense by Miami, forcing a tough fall away. No good. Rebound loose. And it will stay with Memphis because once again, Kel'el Ware did not fucking box out and get the rebound. Went up weak with one hand, got it knocked out of his hand from behind. It was going to be off of him, and then it went out of bounds. Like, I'm telling, like, this is why he doesn't play sometimes late in games. And then out of position in the pick and roll, lob for PJ Hall. Norman Powell gets it to Adebayo. He faces up on Hall. This is a matchup he should dominate. Bam. Inside. Right floater shot. No good. Rebound loose. There you go, Ware. So Ware's better offensively on rebounds than defensively. Spinning right hook shot. No good. Another offensive rebound for Miami. Out to Bam for three. And another one! Adebayo with his third triple of the quarter. He's got 15 points. Aldama the other way. Takes Ware off the dribble, easy basket. Timeout Miami. Eric Spoelstra will talk it over. Heat lead 20-16. Bam Adebayo having an unbelievable first quarter in this one. 2018 here at our first break. And while we are in our first TV timeout of the game, let me tell you about our sponsor on today's live show. Today's Miami Heat stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day. The right decision on PrizePicks can get you paid where it's good to be right. It's so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more than on Bam Adebayo points, 3-pointers, assists? Well, now you can, only on PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. You can do flex play, you can do power play to give you more safety, but also maybe go for the biggest payout. I have an entry for today's game, as I always do, and I'm taking advantage of that stack feature. More than 1.5 blocks and steals for Bam Adebayo, and more than 18.5 points. Also going less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. Bam always dominates JJJ on the Grizzlies, and I expect that to happen once again. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's live show. How about the start for Bam Adebayo in this game? 15 points on 4 of 6 shooting, and he's 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Boy, would that be a revelation for Miami if he's able to consistently shoot 37, 38% from 3 on a couple attempts a night. Shot 1 of 5, I believe, in the opener on Wednesday, maybe 1 of 4, but off to a blitzing start in this one. You saw my PrizePicks entry for today. I tell you what, we're already almost done with Bam's points. I had more than 18.5. He just needs 4 more points. If Bam doesn't score 4 more points the rest of this game, I'm crashing the F out. But good to see the Heat's best player and max player showing out early in this one. And the Heat lead. And I'll say this, his shot off the catch looks way more fluid and consistent in this one. Like sometimes even last year, even though he was improving from beyond the arc, like it still looked a little herky-jerky at times. But like it looks just so much smoother off the catch. I still don't think you're gonna see Bam like tween Hezzy off the dribble, but catch it and shoot it, it looks pure. It looks pure. We got a substitution. Jaquez first man to check in. Bam takes a seat, so wait. No, Bam will come back in. So very odd. Jaquez came in for Bam. 1 possession, Heat turnover. Bam back in. Kel'el Ware out. So it's going to be Mitchell, Powell, Wiggins, Jaquez, and Adebayo, the 5 that actually closed the game against the Magic, on the floor together right now. Javon Small kicks it over to Aldama for 3, and there goes the Heat killer. I'm telling you, he kills us every time. Norman Powell guarded by the rookie Cedric Coward. He drives inside, running floater. Silky smooth, Norman Powell. Silky smooth. Heat back up in front by 1. Jaren Jackson Jr. posting up on the block on Bam. Backing inside. Running left hook shot. No good. Air ball. Bam, locking him up. Jaquez with the board. Jaquez pushing. Almost loses it. Picks up his dribble and resets to Wiggins. Wiggins guarded by KCP. Wiggins isolating. Step back. Nothing there. 8 on the shot clock. Davion Mitchell drives. Kicks. Bam. Corner 3. Good again! Adebayo with 4 threes in the corner. 18 points. Unbelievable. Maybe the best offensive quarter I've seen from Bam in his career. Jaren Jackson Jr. the other way. Baseline, spin, hook. No good. Good box out by Norm Powell. Here comes Miami in transition. Wiggins, right wing 3. No good. But Miami pushing the pace. Aldama brings it up after the board. That was the first time Miami had a 3-point attempt from someone not named Bam. KCP looking for a quick 3. Good box out by Jaquez, and Bam cleans up the board. Adebayo, hot heat check. Too strong. My goodness, he just pulled up off the dribble. That was crazy. I ain't never seen Bam do that. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that shot, though. I can't lie. Jaren Jackson Jr. inside. Doubled again. Out to KCP. Back inside. Jaren Jackson Jr. throws up a tough floater. Jaquez got another stop on him. Bam with the board. Bam pushing. Driving towards the rim. Running hook shot. No. Offensive rebound. Wiggins. Put back. Yes! In timeout, Memphis. Heat lead by 6. 27-21. The Grizzlies need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. It's getting hot in here, so take off your clothes. Spam those fireball emojis. What a hot start offensively for Miami, specifically their captain, Bam Adebayo. I'm going to give some shout-outs here in a second. I heard we had a crazy dunk from Zion Williamson. I kind of want to peep it. Apparently he posted Wemby. I want to see the clip. I mean, it's a weak poster. It's not like he went full on him, but he did get him. He did get him. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Shout out Slaying Cat, Slit Simply, Hot Dog, MC, Apachito, Dominic, Money 2K, Greg, Dennis, Tyson, Jordan, Johan, Tyler, Melvin. All spamming those fireball emojis. David, PL. Someone told this. If you told Bam and Kel'el Ware they were playing Jaren Jackson Jr. and Victor Wembanyama respectively every game, the Heat might never lose. But I love the aggressiveness from Bam. Even though he didn't shoot that well in the opener against the Magic, he was still aggressive looking for a shot, and he's been really aggressive early here, and he has 18 points. I mean, I'd have to do some digging. Has Bam ever had 18 points in a quarter in his career? I mean, he's taken 9 shots in the quarter. That's the part that's the most shocking to me. Don't see Bam do that often, but you love to see it. And the Heat actually using their size against Memphis. The Heat are the bigger team. With the injuries that the Grizzlies have, they are the bigger team, and they're exercising that size. We got 370 people watching, yet only 78 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Come on. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's get to 100 likes. Not being at triple digits is honestly not acceptable. Couple substitutions out of the timeout for Miami. Bam, Jaquez, and Powell still in. Jovic checks in for Wiggins. Dru Smith in for Davion Mitchell. I actually really like this lineup. Powell, Jaquez, Jovic, Bam, Dru Smith. Pick and pop, Jaren Jackson Jr. 3, no good. Rebound goes to Jaquez. So Heat defense playing a little bit better, even though Jaren Jackson Jr. did have a wide open look there. Jaquez backing in, isolating on KCP, spinning to the right hand, and banks it home. Pretty move for Jaquez, and he's got his first points tonight. Heat, largest lead of the game. It's 8. Aldama on the high post, driving on Jovic. Jovic, great defense, forced a tough shot. No good. Rebound fought for, gathered by Powell. Outlet to Bam. Heat pushing. Powell in the corner, swinging to Dru Smith for a 3. It's good! Heat up 11! 15-0! Heat run! To take an 11-point lead. Javon Small looking for an answer. Can't find it. Rebound Jaquez. Heat pushing. Look to extend this lead. Bam! In transition. Thought about a 3. Didn't take it. Resets now. Isolating on Jaren Jackson Jr. Backing down. Sees a couple bodies. Shimmy shake faded away from 15. Too strong. And the rebound falls to Memphis. KCP up in transition. Attacking the rim. Fading away. Blocked by Jovic. Rebound, Bam. Heat running. Smith to Powell. Left wing 3. Good! 14-point lead. Heat dominating early on both ends of the floor. Pretty basketball played by Miami. KCP pick and pop with Jaren Jackson Jr. He gets it to Small. Small loses it out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's off Miami. I don't know where the Heat touched it, but it's going to stay baseline Grizzlies ball. Good defense by Jovic. Got the block on KCP. The possession after he got the stop on an Aldama drive. Started a fast break opportunity for Miami where Powell buried a triple. Powell and Bam will sub out. Fontecchio and Ware back in. John Morant back in as well. Almost turns it over on the inbounds. But Wells has it. 2 on the shot clock. Fires up a deep 3. No good. Rebound gathered by Memphis, but Morant throws it away. Heat have numbers. Dru Smith to Jaquez. Jaquez to the rim. Hangs. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up and in. It's 37-21. It's a 17-0 Heat run. And Miami leads by 16. John Morant, floater, got it to go over the outstretched arms of Ware. Impressive finish by Morant. Heat the other way quickly. Jovic bumps G.J. Jackson. Euro step layup. Good! Jovic exercising some muscle. A 39-point opening quarter for Miami. Morant the other way at the free throw line. Inside to Landale, who got fouled by Dru Smith. And you'll have 2 free throws for Jock Landale. My goodness, I can't get over this offense for Miami. Up-tempo, fast-paced, efficient. Landale's first free throw, nothing but net. 1 like away from 100. Hit that thumbs up icon. Heat rebounding the ball much better in this first quarter. Had a couple laps in judgment by Ware in the first 4 or 5 minutes, but since then it's been dominant. Jovic brings it up, crosses the timeline. Out to Dru Smith. Smith finds a cutting Jaquez. Jaquez inside. Kicks it out to Smith. Swung to Ware. One more to Fontecchio. Pump fake. One dribble relocate. Buries the triple! Another three for Simone Fontecchio. Heat up 17. Pick and pop Landale three. No good. Rebound Fontecchio. 4-second differential shot clock, game clock. Heat can hold and take it down close to the end of the quarter. Heat out rebounding Memphis 17-8 and shooting them out of the gym here early. Jaquez, crossover drive on Morant, lob to Ware for a one-handed slam! Morant the other way, 3-2, hanging, floating, no good. End of one quarter. Heat lead, 44-25. A 19-point lead for Miami. It is all Heat in Memphis. Let's go Heat! 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 Come on! Dominant first quarter. Foot on the gas. Blow them out by 30. This is a game. You've now set yourself up where you can't lose this game. You go up 19 points and dominate like you have in the first quarter. I mean, you got 36 minutes to hold a 19-point lead. If you can't do that, cancel the season. What a opening 12 minutes for the Miami Heat. Jaime Jaquez Jr., a plus 17 in that first quarter. What an unbelievable first quarter for Miami. It's too early in the season. I don't want to overreact. Too early in the season. But there's a certain individual on the Heat roster that isn't playing right now. And through the first 5 quarters of the year, the Heat offense has been a top 5 offense in basketball. 5 quarters. Very early. But, I mean, this tempo, the efficiency, the production, this Heat team is playing sensational offensive basketball right now, man. They're sharing the ball. They look like the Indiana Pacers from a year ago. Everybody can bring the ball up. They play tempo. And they try to get the most opportunities they can. What a first quarter. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Same lineup that closed the first quarter here in the start of the second. Fontecchio off a curl. Saw a couple bodies and resets it out to the corner. Jaquez gets it in the Ware. Ware has Pat Spencer on him. Spins baseline and was bumped. So Kel'el Ware is going to the free throw line for 2. Ware already has 6 points in this game. And has a chance to add to it with some free throws. Missed his first free throw earlier today. Ware makes the first, so he has 7 points here in the first half. Ware makes the next, so he's got 8 points. Ja Morant has it, bringing it up now for the Grizzlies. He's a couple bodies. He's gets to the corner. Jaime Jackson, no good. Rebound gathered by the Grizzlies, and they're going to call Fontecchio for a foul. Pat Spencer. Maybe that's Cam Spencer. Drive, baseline kick, Jaylen Wells, no good. Rebound, Jaime Jackson. Right hook pushback, no good there. Another offensive rebound by the Grizzlies. This unit right now for Miami getting out-hustled. That can't happen. Can't happen. Good defense, 35.7 field goal percentage for Memphis. So great defense. And now Ware with the steal on the inbounds, but then throws it away. Good effort, though. Good effort. I'll tell you, you know what? I'm not mad about that turnover because he made the extra effort play to go out and get that steal. Just got to close out the defensive possessions right now. They're out rebounding Memphis by a while. Just got to keep it rolling. Both teams have 4 turnovers. Landale from 3. Too strong. Good rebound there by Jaime Jaquez. Jaquez pushing. Drops it into Jovic. Jovic swings it to Dru Smith. One more to Fontecchio. One more to Jaquez. Right wing 3. Air ball. Way off from Jaquez. Grizzlies out and running now. It's Ja in the corner. Isolating on Fontecchio. Baseline drive. Athletic up and under. No good. Rebound Jaquez. Fast break for Miami. Lob to Ware for a slam. Ware in double figures. 48-25. Spencer in the corner. Swinging it to Jackson. Hand off to Ja. Switch now Jovic. Morant tripled to Wells for 3. Good. First score of the game tonight for the second-year forward, Jaylen Wells. He was terrific last year for the Grizzlies. Second-round pick. Dru Smith, baseline drive, doubled. Kicks it out to Jaquez. Swung to Jovic. Jovic driving, spinning. Back out to Fontecchio. Fontecchio, step back 3. Oh, he nails it! Simone Fontecchio, unconscious early in the season. Heater 8 of 11 from 3, and now Fontecchio fouls Ja Morant as he drove to the rim. So it'll be 2 free throws coming for Memphis. I mean, the Heat offense, 51 points with 9 minutes to go in the half? I can't believe it. Bam Adebayo will check back in. Ware will take a seat. Good minutes here in the first half from Kel'el Ware, who got the start tonight. Ja Morant made the first free throw and makes the second. So 51-30. Jaquez gets a screen from Bam. Jaquez spins, drops it off to Adebayo for a slam. Bam has 20 points. Jaquez looks fantastic here early, too. Looked great on Wednesday. Looks great here early. Oh, Jaylen Wells just missed the dunk inside after Jovic made the contest. Heat out and running. Fontecchio, right wing 3. Another one for Simone Fontecchio. He's got 9. The Heat are up 26. And the Grizzlies gotta call another time out. The Heat are running them out of the gym. Spam those fireball emojis. A blowout in Memphis on a Friday night. I've seen some offensive explosions from the Miami Heat. I might have never seen a thing like this. This is almost unfathomable. A ridiculous performance by this Heat offense here early. They are 9 of 12 from 3. It is unbelievable. Like, Bam's got 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6-11 shooting, and 4 or 5 from 3. His front court mate, Kel'el Ware, 10 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, 4 or 5 from the field. Jaquez off of the bench with 4 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Might have a triple-double tonight. Simone Fontecchio was bombing threes right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now, man? It's unbelievable. Like, you're not even getting that much from Norman Powell. He's got 5, sure. But, like, it's all been Fontecchio, Ware, Bam. Jovic off the bench today, 2 points, 1 assist. I may have placed another PrizePicks with Jovic to have 3 assists, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one. But I was all over the less on points for Jaren Jackson Jr., 22. He's got 4, so love how that's going early. Wow. Can't get over this start, man. Can't get over this start. Simone Fontecchio. What an unbelievable ball player so far. Out of the timeout. Javon Small, sidestep 3. No good. Rebound gathered by Jaquez. Another rebound by Jaime. Good box out, though, by Jovic. Jovic over to Fontecchio. Jovic top of the key, resetting the offense. He drives on Wells. Hangs. Can't finish, but Wells hit him on the arm, and 2 free throws coming for Nikola Jovic, who is coming off of the bench today. Starting lineup change from Erik Spoelstra, inserting Kel'el Ware into the starting 5. He got out to a blistering start and continued to hold a big-time lead. Jovic makes the free throw there. He's now got 3 points in the ballgame. Heat are 9 of 12 from 3. Conversely, 2 for 12 for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's a 7 3-point made differential. That's a big reason why it's a 28-point game after Jovic made both free throws. Javon Small, backdoor cut Cedric Coward for the slam. Jovic got caught looking. Jovic brings it up now for the Heat. Hands it off to Dru Smith. Smith to Adebayo. Bam. Handoff Fontecchio. Another 3 for Simone. Yes! Are you kidding? 4 for 4. Fontecchio. Javon Small lob for Jaren Jackson Jr. Six points now for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jovic lobs it into Jaquez. Jaquez drive, floater, good! I mean, the Heat are getting anything and everything they want offensively. A 29-point Heat lead. A block by Dru Smith. He have numbers. Jaquez lobbing. Fontecchio lays it up and in. A 31-point lead. Fontecchio with 14 points off the bench. It is hard to comprehend what is happening in Memphis. Jaylen Wells inside, stripped by Dru Smith. Jaquez to Jovic. Jovic to the rim. Fouled. 2 free throws coming for Miami. What is happening? Dru Smith now with 2 steals and a block tonight. I can't get over what I'm watching, folks. Jovic free throw makes the first. It's a 32-point game. If the Heat get a stop and a bucket, they will be doubling up the Memphis Grizzlies in points tonight. Doubling up. If I told you before the game that this was going to be the score, you wouldn't even, but you would think I'm on drugs. Jovic makes the pair. It's a 33-point lead. The Grizzlies have 34 points. Unbelievable. I might say the word unbelievable 100 times tonight. I apologize in advance. Davion Mitchell now pressing up on Javon Small. He kicks to the corner. Oh, that's Olivier Maxence Prosper. I didn't know he was getting action. Good for him. It's the bucket inside. 67-36. Bam calling for a clear out. Isolating on Landale. Baseline drive. A lot of contact. Bam blocked. Here comes the Grizzlies. Omax to the rim. Hanging. Fouled. Jovic will be called for the foul. Heat have 6, 7. I saw y'all asking for it in the chat. I had to do it for you. I had to do it. Oh, man. What an unbelievable game so far for this team. Ware checking back in. Bam will take a seat. Omax makes the pair. Davion Mitchell to Wiggins. Those two back in for Miami. Mitchell driving on Javon Small. Loses the handle. Wiggins right there. And he lays it up and in. Heat now from 6-7 to 69 points. Couple of nice buckets here for Miami. Omax guarded by Wiggins. Driving, cut off, spinning, doubled. Turns it over. Jovic with the steal. Jovic to the rim. Hanging, finishing, and one! Nikola Jovic! Oh my! The Heat clicking on all cylinders! We might have 80 points at the half. What a game so far for Miami. Jovic converts the three-point play. Strong start for Nikola Jovic tonight. After a rough opener, he's got 9 points, 2 of 2 shooting, couple assists as well. Javon Small has it, pick and roll with Landale, swings it to KCP for a three, and that misses everything. Out of bounds it goes. Back to Miami, leading 72-38. Wiggins in the corner, driving, loses the handle, regains control, and resets out to Mitchell. Powell now has it, who's been quiet in this one, but hasn't needed to go crazy. Powell driving, fading away from 10 feet, gets the friendly roll. I mean, everybody can't miss. Javon Small, quick three the other way. No, rebound Powell. Outlet Mitchell. Mitchell pushing now. Lobbing it into Ware. Ware now backing it on Landale. Fading away from 10 feet. No good there for Kel'el Ware. Here comes Aldama finding Javon Small at the free throw line. He'll bring it back out. Now drafts it into the rookie Cedric Coward. Coward doubled. Spinning. Still doubled. Can't get rid of it. Now finds Landale for a floater about 8 feet away. 34-point Heat lead. They're shooting 66.7% from the field. Memphis 37.5. Jovic driving. Timeout Miami before the drive began. So timeout on the floor. Second timeout of the quarter. Allows us to go to our presenting sponsor on today's live show. Today's Miami Heat stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day. The right decision on PrizePicks can get you paid where it's good to be right. It's so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more than on Bam Adebayo points, 3-pointers, assists? Well, now you can, only on PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. You can do flex play, you can do power play to give you more safety, but also maybe go for the biggest payout. I have an entry for today's game, as I always do, and I'm taking advantage of that stack feature. More than 1.5 blocks and steals for Bam Adebayo, and more than 18.5 points. Also going less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. Bam always dominates JJJ on the Grizzlies, and I expect that to happen once again. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be. Appreciate PrizePicks for sponsoring today's live show. It's been quite the game for Miami to this point, leading 74-40. The part that is so nice is that this offense once again going nuclear, but the defense today has taken a step up. Way better defensively today against the Grizzlies than Memphis or than Orlando. And maybe the Grizzlies are just not a good team. That very well might be the case. Like Jaren Jackson Jr. and not much of else in Memphis going on. But this is a really encouraging performance. I'd say through 6 quarters of the season, you have to be pretty excited with how the Heat look offensively. If they were just able to gather some rebounds late, they could be on the chances of going 2-0. Major, no, I cannot. All right, back at action. Miami has the ball here, up by, 34 points. Jaquez subs back in. Jovic sits. So it's Jaquez, Wiggins, Ware, Powell, and Davion Mitchell. Jaquez gets it to Davion, and they'll begin their offensive set. Ja Morant's still guarding Wiggins. I still don't think that's a smart decision, but hey, that's why they're down 34. Davion driving, running layup, gets it to go. What a tough bucket from Davion Mitchell. Jaren Jackson Jr. trailing 3-pointer. Can't go. Wiggins with the board. Heat looking to extend their lead. Wiggins driving on Ja, spinning, hanging. Too strong. That was a foul on Jaren Jackson Jr. on the rebound. Not called. Grizzlies in transition. Davion Mitchell with the steal. And then Ja Morant follows Jaquez. And I think they're going to call this an intentional. The official went like this. I think that's an intentional foul. Appreciate the nice comment, Alejandro. Yeah, it's going to be a technical foul because it was an intentional, so Heat getting free throws and ball. Powell will shoot the technical, and he knocks it home. So 77-40. If the Heat were to score 3 points on this possession, they would double up the Grizzlies in the first half, 80-40 at one point. Jaquez over to Wiggins. No, can't get it to him. They tried to. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell to a curling Powell. Powell gets downhill. Hangs from about 5 feet. No good. Offensive rebound Ware. Put back no. Another offensive rebound Ware. In the third effort, can't fall. Memphis finally clears the board. Ja brings it up. Corner for Aldama. Inside to Jaren Jackson Jr. Posting up on Ware. And it's going to be a offensive foul? Yeah. It's going to be an offensive foul on Jaren Jackson Jr., and the night gets even worse for Memphis. think I just heard that's Jaren Jackson Jr.'s third foul. Jaquez brings it up for Miami. He's done that a lot today. Mitchell, drive, kick. Bam back in the game for 3. Air ball. Bam's made 4 of them today. But the Grizzlies throw it right back to Miami. Grizzlies team is sloppy. Adebayo driving, hanging, floater. Can't go. Rebound. Saved before it goes out of bounds to Memphis. Grizzlies. Ja Morant working towards the rim. Attacks Wiggins and finishes. He quickly pushing the other way like we've seen so often today. Jaquez driving, bumping, fading away. Can't get the friendly roll. And they're going to call Andrew Wiggins for an offensive foul going over the back of Jaylen Wells. Ja Morant, pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr., drops it off to Aldama, and 1 for Aldama, up and under layup. The only knock I'll have on Miami tonight is that they've been beat backdoor like 4 or 5 times. Like, that's the only way Memphis is getting easy looks offensively, is when the Heat get caught ball watching and get backdoored. It's the only issue Miami's had today. For the most part, it's been terrific, as I've laid it out. Aldama's second and 1 opportunity, in and out. No harm, no foul. Literally. Davion Mitchell driving baseline, kicking to Wiggins. 1 more to Powell. Powell drives inside, gets inside, and throws it down with 2 hands. No rim protection there for Memphis. Fake-ass deep boy, Jaren Jackson Jr. Dude sucks. Ball deflected out of bounds the other way. It will be Memphis basketball on the baseline, 79-44. Ja Morant looking to get it in, finds KCP in the corner. Resets to Jaren Jackson Jr. Swung to Aldama. Aldama drives, almost turns it over. Wells has it for 3. No good. Aldama offensive rebound. Put back no. Ball still loose. Finds Jaylen Wells. Wells out to Jaren Jackson Jr. He drives. Barrels in the bam. That's a charge. And Jaren Jackson Jr. now has 4 fouls. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 4 fouls in the first half on Wednesday, has 4 fouls in the first half again today. The guy is a hack. How about that? Your team captain, your leader, Bam Adebayo, putting his body on the line, leading by 35. Leadership. Jaquez driving, kicking. Mitchell for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Saved to the Grizzlies. Good effort, though, by Andrew Wiggins. Ja Morant in transition to the corner for KCP. His 3 no good. Rebound Powell. Up ahead to Wiggins. Wiggins has a lane. Hanging. And 1! Andrew Wiggins! KCP commits the stupid foul. And the Heat lead back to 37. Unfathomable. Wiggins to convert the 3-point play, knocks it down. 82-44. This is tied for the most points in any half in Heat history. So if the Heat are able to get a point in the final minute, this is a record-setting first half for the Miami Heat. Jaylen Wells buries a 3. He's got 6 points now. Heat the other way. Norman Powell isolating. Fouled by Wells on the step-back pump fake 3. And the Heat will have 3 free throws to get 1 to set a record. As I just mentioned, the most points in any half in Heat history has been 82. So any of these free throws go in by Powell, and we have a new record in Miami. Powell makes the first, and we just witnessed Miami Heat history together, folks. Most points in a half of basketball in franchise history, with a chance to add more. Powell makes the second. He's 2 of 2 at the line. He now is well in the double figures with points tonight. Powell can't get the first one to go. 84-40, or the last one to go, I should say. 84-47. What a first half score. John Morant, pull-up 3, no good there. Rebound Wiggins, 5-second differential shot clock, game clock. Chance for the Heat to go up 40 if they could get a bucket or 3 points and a stop. Mitchell to Powell. Deep 3. Oh, in and out. Offensive rebound, Wiggins. Put back, yes! What a play by Andrew Wiggins, who has been active on the glass today. Morant driving, Euro step, blocked by Wiggins. Halftime in Memphis. Heat lead, 86-47. What a first half by the Miami Heat. This is a stupid question at this point because we will never see a better half of basketball. This is A plus 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 plus. Are you shitting me with this score right now, man? Unbelievable. 86 points at the half. Whew. I really can't get over what we're witnessing tonight, man. I can't get over it. Everybody is playing unselfish team basketball, moving the ball, playing with pace, working defensively as a unit, and you can see the dividends being paid off with this elite offensive performance. What a first half. We're going to go over some stats here in just 1 second. Like, I know everyone's concerned. Even the Miami Heat, I don't think, could blow this. They're winning by 39 at the half. Like, even Miami can't blow this, I think. I hope. I hope. All right, let's look at some first half stats in this one. We'll look at some player stats on Miami's side. We'll start with Bam Adebayo, the leading scorer for Miami. 20 points. 18 of them came in the first quarter when he made 4 threes. He's actually 2 of 8 inside the three-point arc, which is kind of surprising. But 20 points, 4 rebounds. Oh, what a game so far for Bam Adebayo. He has been phenomenal. But then you have to look at Norman Powell, who had 28 points in the opener. He's got 12 points today, 4 of 8 from the field, 4 rebounds. Everybody working on the defensive side of the floor. Everybody working on the glass. He's been great. We saw an excellent first half for Jaime Jaquez Jr. off the bench, who is on triple-double watch. 6 points, 7 boards, 5 assists for Jaquez after playing extremely efficient and strong off of the bench on Wednesday, showing his ability once again. And so is Simone Fontecchio, who's got 14 points, 2 boards, 4 from beyond the arc, and 1 layup as well. Fontecchio has been sensational for the Miami Heat. Flat out sensational. Kel'el Ware also with a strong first half, 10 points, 5 boards, 4 of 8 from the field. Got caught being lackadaisical on the defensive glass a couple times early. Allowed the Grizzlies to get a couple offensive rebounds, but honed it in and put together a really strong half after an interesting start. Jovic off the bench after getting, I wouldn't say benched, getting moved to the reserve role, being that 6th, 7th man with Jaquez. He had 9 points and 2 assists in the first half. Made a lot of free throws, too. 5 free throws for Jovic in this one. Had an and one, couple layups. Jovic has looked extremely good in this one. Andrew Wiggins looking comfortable once again for Miami as well. Double figures, 10 points, 6 boards, 4-6 shooting. Love to see what you've seen from Andrew Wiggins, who has put together 2 strong games for the Miami Heat. Davion Mitchell, once again, just in that point guard role. Mitchell had 12 assists and 1 turnover in the opener on Wednesday. On pace for another 12-assist game. He's got 6 assists today. A couple more turnovers, 2. But, you know, I'll live with it. I think the threshold in the NBA is 2.5. If you can have, well, that's not the threshold. That's not the average. But I would say if you have 2.4 times more assists than turnovers, that is high-level play. So, example, you have 1 turnover, you have 2.5 assists, hypothetically. You have 2 turnovers, you have about 8.5 assists. Or should be about 5 assists. Like, I think 2.5 is the goal. And Davion's just right around there. He's at 3 times right now. So, love what you've been seeing from Davion Mitchell, man. You just love what you've seen. You've kept the others in check. John Morant with 12 points, but inefficient, 4 of 11, shooting 36.4% from the field. Jaren Jackson Jr., once again, not doing much, 6 points, 3 of 8 from the field. Adebayo defensively on him has been phenomenal. And and 4 fouls as well. 4 fouls as well on him. Four fouls on him. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a bumski. Got over 500 people watching. If you have not been in the chat, it's our super chat menu for today. We could party it up here on a Friday night as the Heat are up big. $5 gets you into the month-long raffle for our Heat Report Hall of Fame ball from a year ago. We're going to raffle this off at the end of November. Since we started late October, we'll do the 1 week of October plus all of November for the month-long Heat Report Hall of Fame ball. $10, I'll rip 10 push-ups. Haven't had to do any today. $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame for this year, and we take some shots. Haven't had to do any today. So it's been a pretty light day here at the channel, which is pretty nice, pretty nice. But I would like to party it up here with the Heat winning this big. Heat winning this big, that'd be let's have a time. What's up, Mr. Gio? Mr. Gio, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm enjoying this game. Heat, assuming they don't have the worst collapse in NBA history, likely gonna get their first win of the year. Move to 500, 1-1 before their first home game of the season on Sunday against the Knicks. Wow, Giannis hooped today. 31, 20, and 7. Jeez. I love the overreactions from Heat fans. I myself included. They're hysterical. They are hysterical. I can't believe how well Simone Fontecchio is playing. This guy's been a revelation for Miami. We're going to look at some scores across the league just for fun. First of all, the Dodgers winning 2-0 in the World Series. Hawks are up 98-94 on the Magic in Orlando with 5 minutes to go. Cavs dominating the Nets as one would expect. The Knicks are dominating the Celtics. Celtics lost at home to the 76ers on opening night. Knicks leading 82-63. Pistons up 6 on the Rockets, 50-41 now. Duncan Robinson just made a triple. Pelicans and Spurs, 1-point game at the half. Wizards in Dallas, leading 37-35 in the second quarter. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Bucks beating the Raptors today, 122-116. Game got tipped off early in Toronto. I think they did that because of the World Series game. Because I have no idea why that game would have been over by this early on a Friday night. But almost back into action here. Brandon Ingram had 29 tonight? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talking about wow, wow, wow. Talking about wow, wow, wow. Let's see if I could get something cooking here for social. Let's see here. Give me a second here, folks. I feel like I'm trying to see something here. No, I'm not a Florida Panthers or a. I mean, I'll root for the Panthers to win, but I don't really watch hockey like that. And I'm a Mets fan. No Marlins. My dad was born in Queens, so I'm a fan of the Mets. I feel like there's a lot of Florida people that like the Mets low key. Who do I want to win the World Series? Toronto. I despise the Dodgers with everything in my being. Hate him. Hate him. Oh, man. One second here. I'm going to try to do something. Is this right? Yes, it is. I'll do this after the game. Too confusing. I tried to do something fun. Couldn't get it done. It's harder to do it by yourself, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm curious to see how the Heat progress in this one. Like, will they go and dominate and, like, play a lot of their starters? Will they have a lot of Jameer Young, Vlad Golden late in this game potentially? Like, Nikola Jovic potentially getting a lot of run? I'll be very curious to see how the Heat play the rest of this game in terms of their real key players going or not. But the Heat shooting exquisite from beyond the arc. All right, we're back in action here in the second half. Heat starting with the ball and immediately get a wide open three for Norman Powell, and he just drains it. I mean, it is a absolute shellacking in Memphis. 89-47 as we get rolling here in the second half. Jaylen Wells answers with a three. Wiggins driving. Dribbled off his foot, turnover. Here comes KCP in transition. He'll find John Morant. Morant pump fakes, drives, fouled. Are they going to say in the act of shooting? No, on the floor. John Morant driving, throws it to the corner. Aaron pass, turnover going back to Miami. Powell in the corner, step back, turnover there. He got caught trying to take a tough shot. KCP to Jaren Jackson Jr. trailing three, bottoms it. So a three for Jaren Jackson Jr. He's now got 9 points in the ball game. Lead still 36 for Miami. Crazy to say out loud. Davion Mitchell drive, kick, Wiggins. He works and gets cut off. So Wiggins now turns and uses his size. They're going to say he went up into Jaylen Wells, offensive foul. Second turnover of the game is that offensive foul is considered a turnover on Wiggins. KCP pick and pop. Jaren Jackson Jr. for three. Too strong. Good rebound, Wiggins. Wiggins has been really active on the glass today. I like what I've seen from him. Mitchell drive, kick to Bam in the corner. Swung to Ware. Ware, top of the key three. Good! Ware with the tray ball. He's got 13. Wells drew a foul on the other end. Another three by Jaren Jackson Jr. No good. Rebound fought for, still loose, goes out of bounds. Now what? Another foul on Miami off the ball, I think. (92-53) score for Miami right now. I think there's a technical foul on Miami. So free throw for Memphis, 92-54. Just was figuring some stuff out behind the scenes. KCP to inbound, gets it to Jaylen Wells. KCP looking for a step back three, can't find it. Now to Jaren Jackson Jr. He drives on Bam, running left hook shot, no good. Excellent rebound, Kel'el Ware. That's what I love to see. Didn't have the best position, not good, but went to the top shelf to grab it. Turnover the other way here by Miami. Oh, they're going to say it's off Memphis. We'll stay with Heat on the baseline. Great defense by Adebayo and great rebound by Kel'el Ware. Ware with 13 points, 6 boards in this one. And now we'll have a little wet spot cleanup. Aisle 9. (32 rebounds for the Heat, 21 for the Grizzlies. A complete dominating effort on the glass so far. Mitchell gets it to Ware on the inbound. Wiggins, Ware pick and roll now. Wiggins, pull up 8-foot floater, no good. And then rebound, Jock Landale. Jaren Jackson Jr. top of the key. Hands it off to KCP for 3. And it goes. So Heat have given up a little bit of a couple threes here. The Grizzlies have caught fire from beyond the arc. Still a 35-point game. But Eric Spoelstra calls timeout to talk things over. We'll use this first time out of the second half to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. Today's Miami Heat stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day. The right decision on PrizePicks can get you paid where it's good to be right. It's so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more than on Bam Adebayo points, 3-pointers, assists? Well, now you can, only on PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. You can do flex play, you can do power play to give you more safety, but also maybe go for the biggest payout. I have an entry for today's game, as I always do, and I'm taking advantage of that stack feature. More than 1.5 blocks and steals for Bam Adebayo, and more than 18.5 points. Also going less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. Bam always dominates JJJ on the Grizzlies, and I expect that to happen once again. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be. Shout out to my guy Bryce Blackwell with the $5 super chat. Loving the offense these 2 games. Hopefully we can keep it up. Love the youth. Just got to close out better this year. Hashtag Heat. Just need the defense to pick up. Did you meant to say? Yeah, defense has been better today, certainly compared to Wednesday night. The offense has been absolutely electric. Hopefully the offense continues to be like this, because if that's the case, it certainly will be a fun year. And I don't think we'll have to worry about boring, annoying games. They will be up-tempo, high-scoring, and a lot of fun. That is for sure. I was checking on my PrizePicks, by the way. I took the lesson on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. He's got 9. Feel good about that. Bam already hit his more than on points, but has no steals or blocks. That could get dicey for a young man. That can get dicey for a young man. That's unbelievable that the Thunder have went to double overtime in the first 2 games they played. Won both of them. They're 2-0. SGA had a career-high 55 points last night. Heat have ball, lob, out of the timeout! Kel'el Ware reaching the top of the cookie shelf. Davion Mitchell with an excellent feed. Kel'el Ware's had a phenomenal game. Spam those 7s. John Morant looking to answer with a 3. Can't rebound offensively. And rejected inside by Ware. Who's a pigeon now? Lob the other way by Mitchell. Loses it, and it's out of bounds off of Miami. 3rd turnover of the game on Davion, but had a great feed to Ware just a second ago. 7 assists for Davion tonight. A Heat steal. Norman Powell with the deflection. Wiggins running out in transition. Spinning. Floater. No, just a bit short for Wiggins. Grizzlies out and running. Landale inside. Good transition by defense by Ware. Jaylen Wells pick and roll. Swinging to Aldama. Aldama drives. Kicks. Morant corner 3. No good. Rebound offensively. Landale out to Aldama. Step back 3. That one doesn't go. Ware gives up another offensive rebound. A 4th opportunity for Memphis. They cash in. I know it's a blowout, but Kel'el just got out rebounded on 2 straight plays offensively. It's just the stuff that drives me up a wall. Wiggins crossing and swinging. It's now Mitchell driving. Mitchell drops off to Adebayo. Almost turns it over, saves it to Ware. Ware inside. Offensive foul. Get Kel'el out of the game. You know what? I'm taking this way in off screen. The last minute and a half by Kel'el Ware has been fucking terrible. Gave up 2 offensive rebounds, lack of effort, and then commits an offensive foul. 2nd foul on Kel'el. 35-point Heat lead still. John Morant, pick and roll. Gets inside. Floater, no good. Norman Powell has been really good on the glass early this season. Another rebound for him. He had 9 in the opener. He has 6, I think, so far today. Wiggins driving right. A lot of contact by Jaylen Wells. Resets to Powell, top of the screen. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to isolate. In between the dribbles. Sidestep, top of the key 3. No good. Shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim. He's getting a little lackadaisical offensively with a 35-point lead. Jaquez will check in right now. Bam will take a seat. So Davion, Powell, Wiggins, Jaquez, and Ware, the 5 on the floor for the Heat. KCP inside to Jaren Jackson Jr., up and under layup, good on the pick and roll. And then it's thrown away. What are we doing? I mean, we're up 33, but this is the most sloppy basketball I've ever seen. What the hell are they doing? They did this again. I don't know why. Why'd they do this? Bam checks out and then checks right back in. They did that in the first half as well. I don't get it. Anyway, Dru Smith back in. Bam back in. Confusing. They get it to KCP at the top of the key. 7 turnovers this quarter for Miami. Cedric Coward pump fake, and they're going to call an off-ball foul on Norman Powell, fighting for position inside with Jaren Jackson Jr. And the Grizzlies are in the bonus now. So free throws come in. Spoelstra's going to call a timeout and challenge this. Spoelstra's going to call timeout and challenge this to say that Jaren Jackson Jr. ripped Powell's arm up, and he is the one that should be fouled or should be credited with the foul. Would be Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 5th foul, by the way. Would be his 5th foul. Really encouraged with what I've seen from this Heat team early in the year. Norman Powell looks awesome. Wiggins looks more relaxed and in a comfortable role for him. Jaquez looks primed for a bounce-back 3rd season. If Ware is able to just give you more effort on the defensive glass, he looks like a dominant player. Lot to like. Lots to like. Davion Mitchell playmaking his ass off. 12 assists in the opener. Has another 7 assists today. Blue Jays just hit a home run. We got a tie game at 2. Heat currently challenging a play. Call on the floor stands. Unsuccessful challenge. Miami now 0 for 2 on challenges this year. So Jaren Jackson Jr. will get some free throws. Makes the first free throw there. Jaren Jackson Jr. has now what? 10 points in this game? 11? I don't know. Makes both. I think that's 11 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. now. Heat leading by 31. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jaquez, Dru Smith, Bam, Powell, and Wiggins on the floor for Miami. 16-5 Memphis run over the last 5 minutes. He'd have been very sloppy. 7 turnovers this quarter. Dru Smith driving inside, hanging, layup. Tough finish, Dru Smith. Taking Javon Small to the rack. Dru Smith with 5 points tonight. That was impressive. Jaren Jackson Jr. inside gets it to go. So 13 now for 15 for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaquez, baseline drive, doubled, out to Bam. Try another three. Oh, halfway down, but couldn't go. Would have been his fifth. Cedric Coward the other way, baseline drive, layup. Heat lead down to 29. It's a 20-7 Grizzlies run. Heat just lackadaisical, playing way more slow tempo. Jaquez drive, blocking foul called on Cedric Coward. First foul of the quarter on the Grizzlies. Oh, yeah, he's still sliding. It'll be side out for Miami because he was not in the act of shooting. Olivier Max adds Prosper, former first-round pick out of Marquette, checks back in. Norman Powell curling inside, dropping it off to Bam, almost turns it over, now does. Another turnover for Miami. KCP out in transition, drop off to Omax, can't finish, and Jaquez steals it from behind. He out and running, Wiggins lobbing, Bam, slam! What a sequence there from Miami, all initiated by the hustle from Jaime Jaquez Jr. Lead back to 31. Was that not a double dribble? Guess not. Omax now swings it across the perimeter, and it's KCP inside to Aldama. Floater for him goes. Four and a half to go in this third quarter. Adebayo brings it up. One-on-one with Jaren Jackson Jr. Backing down, drives to the middle of the floor, step back 8-footer, and it spins around and out like a toilet bowl. Tough break there for Bam. Aldama the other way for Memphis. Tries to drop it inside to Jaren Jackson Jr. It does. Faces up on Bam. Backing down now. Spinning. Right hook shot from the baseline goes. So big third quarter here for Jaren Jackson Jr. He's now up to 17 points. Wiggins on the right wing. Dribbles it off his foot. Regains control. Resets to Jaquez. Jaquez driving on Omax. Spinning. Up and under, spin move again, misses. Dru Smith there, but misses the wide open layup. But Bam steals it from Jaren Jackson Jr. Ball loose. Bam has it to Jaquez. Lays it up and in. Frenetic sequence. Results in 2 for Miami. Jaren Jackson Jr. spinning, fouled. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to fucking lose my prize picks because it's a ref show for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. makes the first. He's got 18 points now. Jaren Jackson Jr. makes the second, so he's got 19 now, I think. Yep. I'm going to lose my prize picks because of the fucking refs show. Heat turn it over. This is so bad basketball, but Simone Fontecchio gets it back. There's 10 turnovers now for Miami in this quarter. Bam to Dru Smith. Catch and shoot 3. Misses everything. Jovic offensive rebound, and he was fouled. That's Jaren Jackson Jr. That's his 5th. Oh, they're going to call it on Javon Small. I don't know how. I mean, I'm telling you what. I have money invested, so that's why. But the calls going Jaren Jackson Jr.'s way is insane. He was the one who contacted Jovic. No foul on him. Would have been his 5th. And he's been getting to the free throw line like it's nothing. It's disgusting. Jovic, top of the key, 3. Good for Nikola Jovic. He's in the double figures. And the Heat back up by 30. 12 points for Nikola. He hasn't missed a shot tonight, I'm pretty sure. KCP relocates right wing 3. He knocks it home. Jaquez driving inside, gets to his left hand. Tough finish. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Javon Small pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. And Javon Small throws it away thanks to the defense from Bam Adebayo. 2:11 to go in the third quarter. The score bug for FanDuel Sports Network is not there, so now it's back. Jovic bringing it up in the corner. Swings it to Jaquez. Jaquez to Dru Smith. Swung around to the corner to Bam. Bam drives on Jaren Jackson Jr. Takes a bump. Right up and under. Move good for Adebayo, who's having a strong offensive head game here. 24 points for Adebayo. Lead is back to 31 for Miami with under 2 to go in the third. Javon Small driving, loses the handle, batted out of bounds by Dru Smith, will stay with Memphis. Substitutions for Memphis here. Spencer in the corner, floater, no good. Rebound Fontecchio. Heat out and running. Jovic driving, kicking. Adebayo, corner 3. No. Rebound gathered by Gigi Jackson. He's out and running in transition. Euro step to the rim. Great defense by Jovic to get the stop. Bodies hit the deck. Fontecchio to Jovic. Jovic, right wing 3. No. Ball loose. Dru Smith has it to the corner. Fontecchio 3. No. Rebound, Bam. And it's reset to Dru Smith. Minute to go in the quarter. The Grizzlies just lose Jaquez on the baseline. Layup, good for Miami. 33-point game. Jaquez with 12 off the bench. Ja Morant, step back 3. No. Rebound, Jaquez. Flirting with a triple-double. Jovic now pushing the pace. Jovic, Euro step, kick. Fontecchio. Fontecchio back to Jovic, corner 3. Good! Jovic with 15 points. His third 3 of the game. Excuse me, second 3. Spencer drive, blocked by Smith. Up to Fontecchio. He'd have numbers. Pull up 3. No. Jaquez rebound, put back. Yes! The Grizzlies have quit. Jaquez looking phenomenal here. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 10 boards, 14 points off the bench. 10 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. 38-point Heat lead. Morant to Spencer, left wing 3. Can't go. Rebound Jovic at the buzzer. End of the third. Heat lead 114 to 76. It's fourth quarter time. Get the pause in the air. Shout out to Jaime Jaquez Jr. Off the bench for Jaime today, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. What a performance. What a performance. Shout out to Evan, Reaper, XRP, Hot Dog, Slaying Cat, Vaden, Bryce, Melvin, Dennis, O2, All spamming those fours. We got 12 minutes to go. KMV. Spamming those fours. Zappuccino. 12 more minutes until the Heat are on the board with their first win of the 2025 season. McKenna typing those fours. AG says, seeing you excited is a nice change of pace, a.k.a. not excited on the Dolphins. You're not wrong about that. Not wrong about that. Oh, Celtics only down 10 with 5.5 to go. Hawks beat the Magic on the road, 111-107. So after a disappointing opening loss to the Raptors, the Hawks bounced back with a win in Orlando. I think the Hawks are my sneaky team to win the East this year. $38-point game. Kind of crazy to say that. Heat don't have these type of wins often, but maybe they will with a more fast-paced, high-octane offense that has been displayed through the first 7 quarters of the season. Spencer the other way from Memphis. Olivier Maxence Prosper driving, kicking. Wonder if the Grizzlies call it. John Morant not on the floor to start the fourth. We'll see what Miami does. Kel'el Ware just called for his second goaltending of the game, and that's how the fourth quarter gets started. I mean, for my sake, I hope the starters from Memphis doesn't come back because I have Jaren Jackson Jr.'s less on points. He's 4 away from his total. I need one more Jovic assist, too. He's got 2. I took him for 3. Dru Smith lobbing to Ware, and Ware puts it back. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. Either way, Ware with another bucket. He's got, I think, 17 now. Spencer fouled on the floor. Grizzlies won their opening game against the Pelicans. Heat dropped theirs against the Magic. Both teams will be 1-1 after this one. Yeah, Ware was 17. He's the third leading scorer in this game. Bam is the top dog with 24. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 19. Jovic and Powell both have 15. Balanced offensive attack for Miami today. Spencer inside, kicking. Olivier Maxence Prosper. Swung around to Gigi Jackson. His 3, no. Rebound loose. Dru Smith tracks it down. Throws it up ahead where it's turned over. Bad pass by Dru Smith. PJ Hall, top of the key, handoff. Cedric Howard, step back 3. Can't go. Rebound loose. Bill being tapped around. Ware secures. Outlets to Jovic. Now to Jaquez. Jaquez driving inside. Kicking to Dru Smith. Corner 3. Good for Dru Smith. His second 3 of the game. He's got 8 points. Heat lead back to 41. Jackson driving, gets to the rim, no good, but a late whistle. I think they're going to call Jaquez on the foul. Free throw here for Gigi Jackson, good. Doesn't look like Vlad Golden suit up. You know who hasn't got any playing time today? Pelle Larsson. He didn't really get any playing time against the Magic either. Second free throw missed. Rebound by Ware. Miami up and running. Jaquez driving into a crowd and gets it to go. And one! I mean, Jaime Jaquez Jr. looking like his rookie self today. I mean, man, if you can get this for the entire season, I know it's a lot to ask for. This team is dangerous. "16 points, 10 boards off the bench for Jaime. Free throw good. Coward working inside, fouled by Ware. Heat scored 121 points in their opener. They're at 122 today with 10 minutes to go. First free throw made there by the rookie out of Washington State, Cedric Coward. Makes the second as well. Dru Smith brings it up. Kicks it out to Jaquez, swung to Jovic. Now one more to Fontecchio. Fontecchio drive, kick back to Jovic. Jovic inside, loses the handle, turnover on the Heat. Grizzlies have numbers in transition, and it'll be laid up and in by Gigi Jackson. Smith throwing way up ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez, no. Jovic with the follow. Jovic, 17 points today off the bench. Spencer to Coward, his three-pointer. No. Rebound, tapped around, grabbed by Jovic. Fontecchio in transition with a three. Too strong. Here comes Spencer. Fast-paced fourth quarter. Spencer lines up a three. That rattles in and out. Ware with the rebound. And outlets it to Fontecchio, and the Heat will slow it down a little bit. No, Fontecchio throws it away. And then the Grizzlies get a slam in transition. Heat, very careless. You can see even with a big lead, they're trying to play up tempo. Jaquez into Jovic. Jovic drops it off to Ware, but they say Jovic was out of bounds. Another Heat turnover. Omax working on Fontecchio in the paint. Stripped out to Jackson. His three. No good. Ware tapped the rebound to Jovic, but an over the back call on PJ Hall. I think Miami might bench their starters today. I mean, I don't know who's going to finish this game, but I don't think we're going to see Bam, Powell, Wiggins, or Davion the rest of the way. And that's the right decision. You're up 39 points with 8 minutes to go. Jaquez driving on Coward, spinning, nothing, kicks out to Dru Smith. Now Jovic, he'll line up a three, and he buries it. Jovic has 20 points. He's 6 of 7 from the field. Coward to the rim, no good. Rebound Jovic. Heat rounding in transition. Jovic inside the Ware for the slam. Jovic's third assist. Ware with 19. Omax driving, fading away. They're going to call Nikola Jovic for a foul. 129-85. Really good connection that Ware and Jovic have. Those two seem to always know where the other is, especially in transition. Looks like we'll see Pelle Larsson and Keshad Johnson check in after this free throw. Let's see who they take out. Omax makes the first free throw. Kel'el Ware will sub out, and so will Jaquez. So the 5 on the floor for Miami will be Larsson, Jovic, Johnson, Dru Smith, and Fontecchio. Have to imagine the starters for each side are done today. Jameer Young is going to get some playing time here in a second. We'll see who he takes out. Larsson to the corner. It's Fontecchio. Back out to Larsson. Larsson drives, spins, drop off. Johnson. Back out to Fontecchio. 4 on the shot clock. Dru Smith has to make something happen. Drive, floater, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. Even now, Heat out hustling Memphis. 10 points for Dru Smith. Javon Small dropping it inside, doubled, kicked out. That's, who is that? Fuck. John Conchar. I totally forgot his name. That three-pointer goes. Miami calls a timeout. First timeout of the fourth quarter. We'll use this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor on today's show for the last time. That is PrizePicks. Today's Miami Heat stream is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every single day. The right decision on PrizePicks can get you paid where it's good to be right. It's so simple to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more than on Bam Adebayo points, 3-pointers, assists? Well, now you can, only on PrizePicks. How you play is up to you. You can do flex play, you can do power play to give you more safety, but also maybe go for the biggest payout. I have an entry for today's game, as I always do, and I'm taking advantage of that stack feature. More than 1.5 blocks and steals for Bam Adebayo, and more than 18.5 points. Also going less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. points. Bam always dominates JJJ on the Grizzlies, and I expect that to happen once again. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be. Well, I'm not going to win my PrizePicks today because I went for the power play. Thought Bam was going to have 2 blocks, steals combined. Had 0, but less than on Jaren Jackson Jr. hit, and so did the more on Bam's points. I'll say this, I'm intrigued by this team. Very intrigued. The offense looks elite, and that's without Tyler Herro. It's 2 straight games of 120 points plus. Does the offense get better when Tyler returns? Or does Tyler kind of come back and mess up the flow and it struggles a little bit? It's going to be an intriguing thought. Because if the Heat can just play with this tempo and this style, and then you add in the playmaking and shooting of Herro, well, it's just going to take this offense to another level because he's as good as a shot maker as any of their is. But if he's going to come back and not move the ball, isolate, and not play the way that this team has played so far, then we're going to have a conversation. But if he's able to play with that intensity and not hog the ball, we'll be in a good spot. So Jameer Young checks in, 2-way player. He is in for Dru Smith as Pelle Larsson buries a triple. And the lead is now up to 44. Foul inside. Cedric Coward draws it. He'll get 2 free throws. Grizzlies are in the bonus with 6 to go. Coward makes the first free throw. Coward makes the second. Larsson, catch and shoot corner 3. Buries another. Whew. This offensive shooting just never want it to end. Javon Small can't answer with a 3. Offensive rebound, Memphis. But stolen away by Fontecchio. Larsson in transition slows it down and finds a trailing Keshad Johnson. Swung to Jameer Young for an open 3. He can't get to go. Rebound grabbed by Memphis. Under 6 to play. Coward, swinging, Small, Euro stepping, bank shot, no good. Ball loose, offensive rebound, Memphis, and then we'll see a timeout called by the Grizz. So second timeout here in the fourth quarter. 5:40 to play. Grizzlies ball when we return. Oh, man, what a win for Miami. I haven't had this sweat-free of a win in a very long time. I haven't had this easy of a win in a long time. What's the score of that World Series game? Anyone know? Still 2-2 in the sixth. Look around the league in the NBA. Knicks beat the Celtics, 105-95. Hawks beat the Magic, 111-107. Bucks beat the Raptors, 122-116. Cavs are up 7. They're going to win against the Nets. Rockets up 6 against the Pistons. Pistons about to fall to 0-2 if they lose that game, but there's still a whole quarter to play. Pelicans up 8 on the Spurs. The Mavericks losing by 13 to the Wizards at home tonight. Oh, boy. And obviously our Heat getting the win tonight. What a game. Jalen Duren got ejected from that Grizzlies game. Oh, he elbowed Amen Thompson right in the face. Tell you what, Zion looks much better. I know it's only been 2 games, and you can't really overreact because it's 2 games. Which I'm not trying to overreact right now to the Heat, personally. Because with the way this team is looking offensively, I could start saying some egregious things. But not going to do it. Not going to do it. First pay pass of the season, baby. Love to see it. Love to hear it. I think are the Heat going to set the record for most points in a game tonight? I feel like they could, right? What is the record? Cedric Coward buries a triple. 137-95. Larsson drives, loses the handle. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be turned over. Let me look it up. What is the most points the Heat have scored in a game in history? Oh, I forgot. It was last year against the Pelicans when they had 153 points. It was like the second to last game of the regular season. Yeah, it was the second last game because they played that game and then played the Wizards in the final game of the year. So 153 is the number to beat if they want to set the record for most points in a game. They need 17 points in 4.5 minutes. Doesn't seem like they're going to hit that. pretty unlikely, but you never know. Coward, corner 3, knocks down another one. Rookie from Washington State looking good here. Garbage time, yes, but still looking good. Jovic, catch and shoot 3. No good there. Jovic has been awesome today. And then ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say off of Keshad Johnson, who fought for the offensive rebound. And it'll head right back to the Grizz. How about Jovic? Second leading scorer today in the game off the bench. Bam, leading scorer 24. Jovic off the bench with 20. And, I mean, the whole second half was essentially garbage time. But, like, it's not like Jovic has been stat padding here in the fourth quarter to get that 20. He had 20, like, late in the third quarter, I think. Oh, boy. Jameer Young hit the deck, got his ankles broken, but missed 3 there by Memphis. Offensive rebound, though, and Javon Small is fouled by Pelle Larsson. Free throw good there for Javon Small. 1 away from getting to 100. Heat held Ja Morant today to just 12 points on 4 of 16 shooting. Both Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. struggled today. Both didn't play at all in the fourth quarter with this game out of hand. 37-point Heat lead. Keshad Johnson driving to the rim, blocked by P.J. Hall. It will be side out, not on the baseline because it hit the side of the backboard. Three-point attempt there by, I think, Jameer Young, no good. Javon Small in transition, three-pointer, buries it. Whoa. Just saw a crazy-ass lightning bolt outside my studio window. And it's hard to see it because we got black. Oh, my, there's the thunder. Thunderstorm in Dallas today. It's hard to see the lightning, too, because we have, like, black windows things that go over the windows. So there's no lighting to mess up our lighting in the studio. But for me to see that flash, it shows how close it was and how bright it was. Last night, I was in so I have a fun story, as I'll tell you about the story rather than this game because it's so out of hand. Was driving home from so I had some high school buddies. They were a couple years older than me, but I played baseball with them, played poker with them back in high school. They one of the guys in the group was getting married this weekend. Is getting married this weekend. Tomorrow's the wedding, and they were doing like the bachelor party as like the lead up to the wedding, and they just were doing a chill night yesterday, and they just happened to be in Denton, Dallas, Texas, Denton, Dallas, and they ended up needing one more for a poker tournament, but it was like an hour away. So I drive an hour. It's fine. I drive there. Night, the sky is pitch black because of a dark clouds. It looked like it was going to be a crazy storm. Nothing happens. No rain for the entire night. I go to leave to drive the hour back to my apartment in the city of Dallas at about 1 a.m. And, of course, 5 minutes into my drive, it becomes a monsoon. And I am not being hyperbolic when I say a monsoon. The rain was so heavy, so fast, so hard. You could also see lightning bolts in the distance. But it was raining so hard, I couldn't see. I had to stop and pull over twice to just collect myself and let the rain subside a little bit before I continued driving. So anyway, the first 20 minutes of the drive was horrific in that monsoon. And I finally am able to get out of the monsoon. And the first 20 minutes were brutal. The last 40 minutes were very clear, like you wouldn't even know there was rain that happened in the area. It was fascinating, but scary as well, man. It was hard to see. 2 minutes to go in this one. Heat lead 141-105. Foul called. I mean, the officials should let this be prison ball. I think there should be no fouls called. If it's a 30-point game with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, there should be no fouls. Like literally any contact, not called. Jesus says playing poker in high school. What's illegal about playing poker? No one said it was for money. Play poker just for fun. Yeah, there is actually a severe storm warning in Dallas right now. I appreciate the concern and watch out for the tornadoes. That won't be necessary. There is not really any tornadoes in the city of Dallas. It's very difficult for tornadoes to actually form in a city like this. But in the other areas like Fort Worth, like Denton, honestly, that there's a lot more like space in terms of farmland. Yeah, you got to watch out there. But when you're in the heart of the city, tornadoes don't really form like that. Minute and a half to go. Heat up 33. Good. I have a good question for the people. Will this be the biggest win of the season for Miami in terms of point differential? As now they lead 144-108. Will this be the largest point differential of the season for the Heat? 36 points is hard to overcome. Don't have many of those games. Either way. And I'll ask that. Either way, win or loss, it will be the largest. Not asking so far of the season, will it be this? It's 33 right now. We'll see what it closes at. Under a minute to go. Spencer 3. No. Hot Dog says no. So Hot Dog says there will be another game this year decided by more than 33 points. Hopefully the Heat aren't losing a game by this much. Jameer Young inside gets the layup. So it's actually going to be 35 right now. Let's see if the Grizzlies take a shot. Shot clock's turned off. The Grizzlies will take a shot. It's a Javon Small 3, and he hits it, so it's down to 32. So that's going to be the final. 146-114. You know what, folks? It's finally good to do it. We haven't done it yet because it's only the second game of the season. We lost on Wednesday. But we got a Heat win. Spam those W's. First one of the season. First win of the season. No dramatics. Just a good old-fashioned ass-kicking. Spam those W's. What a game for Miami. Heat. 146 points. And they'll return to Miami for their home opener on Sunday as they host the New York Knicks, who are 2-0. Spam those W's, baby. Bam Adebayo, leading scorer in this game. We'll go through some stats here in a second and then sign off here late on a Friday night. Good win. And unfortunately, the prize picks I showed you guys today didn't win, but I certainly won my other one, which was almost the same. I did Jaren Jackson Jr. less. I did Kel'el Ware more on points. And I did Nikola Jovic assists. He ended up with 4. It was more than 2.5. What a win. Good win here on a Friday night. First one of the season. Good win, folks. All right, let's go over some stats before we head out of here on today's live show. Leading scorer in this one was Bam Adebayo, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Shot 8 of 19 from the field, but 4 threes. All 4 triples happened in the first quarter, so he actually made his first 4 threes and then missed his last 4. But 50% performance from him, loved it. He was great today. I have to just do a quick accounting something here. Give me a second. Noise. Bam was great today. There's no other way to say it. Kel'el Ware was awesome too. Ware got the start. They moved Jovic to the bench. Ware was the starter. I don't know if that was a lineup thing and a matchup decision or if that is going to be something full-time moving forward. But he answered the call. Efficient offensive game. 19 points, 9 boards. Made 1 3. I thought he was lazy a couple times early in the first quarter. Gave up a couple offensive rebounds early in the game. Gave up a couple offensive rebounds in the third quarter as well. But if you take out those minute-and-a-half stretches in the first quarter and third quarter, he was awesome. Gave a lot of effort on the offensive glass today, which I liked. And if you remember last season, John Morant had a game winner over Kel'el Ware and called him a pigeon. I think Ware remembered that because he came out of this one motivated to dominate, and boy, did he. Nikola Jovic was actually the second leading scorer in this game, not even just for Miami. Finished with 20 points off the bench on 6 of 9 shooting, buried 3 triples, 6 boards, 4 assists to 1 turnover. Much better performance for Nico. He looked flustered. He looked out of rhythm in the opener on Wednesday against the Magic. I don't know if he put too much pressure on himself or he just didn't have it against Banchero and Wagner, and those two can make you look bad real easy. But a much better performance from Jovic today, who played a lot of minutes late, but certainly was not stat padding in the point total. He had all 20 of those points pretty much in the first 3 quarters. How about Jaime Jaquez Jr.? You just got to talk about Triple J. Came off the bench and was unbelievably good. I think he had 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting against the Magic on Wednesday. Had a bunch of rebounds, had 5 assists. Bounced back with a double-double. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and shooting 67% off the field. He looks more calm, looks more under control. He looks more confident. He worked with a mental coach this offseason. That's what he told media. And paying dividends early, he's been awesome, phenomenal off of the bench through 2 games. He could be a 6th Man of the Year candidate if he keeps up this play. He's looked great. Shout out to Triple J. Got to show him a ton of love. Honestly, let's just roll off the bench here before we get to the last couple of starters. You had Jovic off the bench with 20. Jaquez off the bench with 17, 10, and 6. And then Simone Fontecchio off the bench with 14 points. All coming in the first half. He didn't score in the second half. He started the game 5 for 5 from the field and 4 for 4 from 3. So he ended the game going 0 for 4 from 3, but was unconscious in the first half. Back-to-back games for Fontecchio where he had 13 points plus off the bench, looking like a really solid Duncan Robinson replacement. On a 1-year, $8 million deal, valuable. Davion Mitchell didn't play in the fourth quarter, but was very good before that. 3 turnovers, not the best, but 7 assists. Now through 2 games, 19 assists for Davion Mitchell. 12 in the opener, 7 tonight. Really liked what I saw from him. Despite the couple turnovers, he looks like really in control of this offense, pushing the pace, pressing the right buttons when necessary, hitting the man up ahead. Really fond of what I've seen from him. Norman Powell, another player that didn't play a lot in the second half due to the score, 15 points. He was the leading scorer in the opening game for Miami with 28, finished with 15 today, 6 boards. So Norman Powell through 2 games, 15 rebounds, had 9 on the opener. He just is such a smooth, skilled scorer, can knock down a 3 when left open, can create for himself. Really nifty scorer in the paint as well. He's had a bunch of floaters early this season, a couple against the Magic, a couple tonight, where he just comes off a curl, gets downhill, and hits that little 6-7 foot floater, rolling to his left, comfortable there. I like the way he is going to open up the offense for everybody else. And the last person we'll touch on before we sign off today is Andrew Wiggins, who just looks so much more comfortable. Only 10.7 boards today, but I believe he had like 4 offensive rebounds. Like, he was so good on the glass today. He had 7 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. Like I said, sharp that in my mind. I said it in the offseason. I wanted to trade Andrew Wiggins if you got a first-round pick in return from him and like a young player and expiring salary like the Lakers offer potentially could be of Connect, Rui Hachimura, and Gabe Vincent. But after the Norman Powell trade, I said it. You could roll the tape back and go back and find it. I said that with Powell back on this team and him being such an offensive initiator, and this was with Herro, that it would allow Wiggins to take a backseat offensively, not have a ton of pressure on him, and just let him be a energetic defensive wing, an energetic wing on the glass, and a guy that just is able to take some shots in the flow of the offense, whether it's in a catch-and-shoot 3 or a backdoor cut, rather than last season when they were running the offense a lot through him late in the year, almost using him as like the Jimmy Butler replacement. That's not Wiggins' game. Now he's much more in his natural role of just kind of being a complementary offensive piece and a good defensive point of attack wing defender. And through 8 quarters, he looks way more confident in this Heat system that Miami is currently having. And everybody looks better. Bam looks better. Powell looks awesome. Wiggins looks better. Mitchell looks better. Jaquez looks better. It's 8 quarters. I'm not overreacting. The Heat are 1-1. But you have to be excited about what you've seen so far from quite literally everybody. Yeah, it was frustrating to blow that game to the Magic on the road because if you just rebounded late, you probably close out and get that win, and the Heat are 2-0 right now. But they didn't. That's fine because we've seen 2 unbelievably good offensive performances. I mean, they've scored 267 points through 2 games. They're averaging 133.5 points in the first 2 games of the year. Are you serious? Like, can't believe that. We'll see if that continues, but we hope it does. Miami's looked very good. We'll have a real test this upcoming weekend, though. Sunday is our next game at home opener, against the New York Knicks, top of the Eastern Conference, as they beat the Cavs and Celtics to begin the year. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the Heat can return to the 305 and beat the Knicks, that's a tone setter. And then you got the Hornets on Tuesday. Is there a way this team could beat the Knicks on Sunday and then the Hornets on Tuesday, go 3-1 in the first 4 games of the year before they head on their 5-game road trip against the Spurs, Lakers, Clippers, and Nuggets? That'd be great, man. That would be phenomenal. All right, that'll do it for today's live show. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, subscribed, commented, liked the video. Appreciate y'all. Like I mentioned, no live stream on Sunday because we're covering the NFL. That's my first obligation here at Chat Sports. But we will be back live on the channel Tuesday for Heat Hornets. So be on the lookout for that. We'll have a video out likely tomorrow. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Have a good rest of your Friday night and weekend. Go Heat.